Hi, this is Debra Sayble-Thornbrugh, and I'm going to show you how to do your first Let Me Try interactive tutorial in SimNet. After you log into SimNet, this is your home page that you would see. Please make sure that you're in the correct class if you have more than one class that uses SimNet. You would go here to this group, Required Reading with Occasional Required Training Tutorials. Click into that group. You'll see the older first SimBook chapter here. This was chapter 1 that you should have read for the first week of class. Then the newest version or newest assignment would be here on the left. So in this SimBook square, it says required reading and do assigned Let Me Try tutorials, Unit 2, Word, Chapter 2. It is due by September 15th in this case. So what you would do is you would click here on this SimBook and notice the title at the top. It should tell you the correct title. And what you want to do is click the blue button here that just says Open SimBook. That will open the entire chapter 2 that you need. So instead of reading this chapter in your physical textbook, you would read it here, and of course you would be scrolling your page up as you are reading. And when you're ready to turn the page, you click the little circle on the right. And from time to time, as you are reading, scrolling up and reading this chapter, you're going to come across these colorful buttons here. It's called Show Me, Guide Me, and Let Me Try. The Show Me and the Guide Me buttons are not required. They are only for practice. The Let Me Try button is required. That's the one that you will be graded on. They are very, very short. There are several of these throughout the chapter, so you have to look on every page to find them. If you're not comfortable just jumping in and doing the Let Me Try right off the bat, then I really recommend that you at least do the Guide Me first. The Show Me looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one, and it might take a moment to load.
To set custom margins, first click the Layout tab and click the Margins button.
So you notice that there was somebody else's voice and it was going rather fast. This is just a short little video that you watch. You don't do anything with it. It just goes through the exercise as it is expecting you to do it. It's showing you what to do. It goes very fast. It might be a little loud, so you can adjust the volume down here in the lower right. You can start and stop this video right here, and it tells you here how long it is. In this one, it's only 45 seconds. It's not even a minute. So you would watch this, and at the end, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm just going to take it all the way to the end. It's going to show you how this is supposed to go. So I'm going to go ahead and play it, finish playing it. And notice up here, this green. It went very quickly, but it will automatically end the video and come back to the page. You don't have to click anything. Now, if you want to watch the Guide Me, this is the one I recommend doing before you do the Let Me Try. So the Guide Me, what that does is it starts the video again, but you don't hear any voice. Instead, you look up at the top and you'll see in gray a direction, a step, and it wants you to do that step yourself. So in this case, it says click the Layout tab. So I would go here to the Layout tab and click. If I did it correctly, you'll see it say correct, continue. So you click on the green continue. Then you look at the next step up here, and if you accidentally click the wrong thing, as I just did a minute ago, it'll say incorrect, and it'll tell you what you are supposed to do correctly. So the correct thing to do is to click the Margins button. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, and now I did it right, so it's telling me to continue. So that's what'll happen. You just follow these steps. If you do it wrong, it'll tell you what you did wrong. If you did it right, you just click the green continue. So when you're finished, it will pop you back here. And then finally, when you're ready to be graded on this little exercise, you would click here, let me try. Give it a minute to load. And it looks a little bit different. Again, you won't hear a voice. Instead, you'll just see the directions up here. Open the page setup dialog box. Okay, if I do this wrong, let's say I click the wrong thing, it'll tell me this is incorrect. Click the layout tab, it tells me what to do. So I missed this one. So this will deduct a little bit from my total points. So I have to click the layout tab and click the margins button and select custom margins from the drop-down list. Click to continue. So it goes to the next step, and it repeats that first step. It wants you to try it again. And you can look here for a hint if you need a hint. And remember, you're being graded on this, so you can get a hint and it won't cost you anything. It's free. It won't, in other words, you won't get deducted any points for looking at a hint. It's okay to do that. So I'm going to follow the hint, click layout, then click the margins button over here, then select custom margins from the drop-down list. Custom margins is usually at the very bottom, way down here. So it's telling me it's correct. Click to advance to the next step. Give it a minute to load the next step, and then just keep following what it is you're doing. Now, it expects you to try it first. If you miss it on the first try, that hint will show up. But if you get it right on the first try, you won't see the hint. So when you're finished with this, it will complete and it will come back to this page when you're finished, and then you can just scroll the page down, keep scrolling until you get to the next let me try exercise, and there may be a couple of them per page, or maybe there may not be any on a page at all. You just have to read every page in chapter 2 until you get to the let me try exercises and do all of them, and then you'll be done.